The Patrol Commander Ultra is a fully proportional control system with up to 5 individual joysticks, as well as supports multiple float options and switches. Your truck is likely configured with a mix of both single and dual-axis joysticks. In other words, your hoist joystick will likely only allow movement in the forward and back direction. However, your plow joystick will likely allow movement forward, back, left, and right. Your truck may have a mix of gated and non-gated joysticks. A non-gated joystick allows operation of 2 functions simultaneously when the joystick is moved in the corners. Plow down and plow right can operate simultaneously when the joystick is moved into the upper right direction. A gated joystick prohibits movements into the corners and therefore only allows one axis to operate at a time. The number, style, orientation, and layout of the joysticks is customizable and configured when the system is ordered and installed. Each individual joystick features a factory-programmed momentary push-button switch on the top of the lever, depending on how your system is configured. Some examples of how the push buttons could be configured include interlock, where joystick is disabled unless the push button is pressed while the joystick is in the center or neutral position. Depending on configuration, you may need to continuously hold the push button to operate. Blast mode activation, which runs an output at a higher rate than normal, which is ideal for intersections and bridges. Standby mode activation, which starts and stops material output. And finally, vibrator activation, which activates an electric motor that shakes the dump bed to dislodge stuck material. In some situations, it may be decided to not utilize the push button, and the button will serve no function. The customized decals surrounding the joysticks and switches have backlit function indicators. You may notice the decal that identifies your hoist or jib joystick lighting up as amber. The amber indicates that the function will not operate until the interlock push button on top of the joystick is pressed. Once the push button is pressed, you will notice that the previously amber indicator is now green, indicating it is ready for use. Please note, if you are in an area that is clear or the engine is not running, you can try this now. Once the joystick is moved in any direction, the green backlighting will blink to indicate the system is running this function. The rate at which the blinking occurs is proportional to the throw of the joystick. At slow speeds, you will observe a slow blink rate. When the joystick is at its maximum throw and full speed operation, you will observe a rapid blink rate. Use the joystick backlit red and green indicators to avoid accidentally taking the spreader in or out of standby, or inadvertently activating the blast button. If the indicator is green, the push button does not need to be pressed for joystick operation to function. Avoid getting into a habit of automatically pressing the push button when moving the joystick, as this has the potential to inadvertently activate the spreader in undesirable areas, such as barns or garages. If your system is configured with the float, when the float is engaged, you will notice a message on the top of the screen indicating plow down float active. In addition to the message, the green backlighting around your plowed joystick indicator will also blink once per second when float mode is active. The 6100 spreader control automatically performs a self-diagnostic system check upon startup to ensure your joysticks are safe and functional. If the system is powered on with the joystick off center, it will display an error on your screen, as well as the corresponding joystick will blink red and be unusable until it's returned to the center or neutral position for approximately 5 seconds. In an uncommon situation, it is possible that your joystick will continuously blink red. This is indicating that there is a fault. You may notice an on-screen error message that can be relayed onto your fleet mechanics for further troubleshooting. As there are many customizable options available, please keep in mind that there could be an intentional reason why your joystick function may be disabled or will not operate. For example, your hoist may not raise if a hoist height limit switch is activated. Another reason is if your system is configured with various implements. Winter-summer mode may disable specific joysticks such as plow and wing depending on the mode of operation. To recap, the Patrol Commander Ultra can be ordered in many different configurations. Joysticks are fully proportional. Joystick backlighting indicates interlocks, speed, floats, errors. And finally, push buttons may be used for standby, blast, interlocks, or vibrator.